Hello, beautiful cosmic souls, and welcome to your cosmic energy update for December 14th. Holy moly, here we are. Only a couple weeks left of 2022, and then we enter the year of 2023. Wow. Time, I don't know if you noticed this, but time has been going quite faster, I feel. Okay. Even though I personally feel somewhat of a slowdown within me, that is probably due to that Mars retrograde and then the Mercury retrograde approaching, which will really intensify the whole concept of retrograde and what that actually entails and what it means for us on an emotional level, on a soul level of what we're moving through. Um, but yeah, but everything else feels the timelines are going so much faster. And yeah, so welcome to this week's energy. It has us feeling quite unsettled, is what I'm feeling. A feeling of unsettled maybe this week. It's actually the energy altogether. Without going through every single aspect, I just want to give you a brief detail of what kind of I'm feeling for this week. But it's really the energies are intense waves of releasing, of endings, of cleansing, of clearing. And what this is actually doing, what I'm feeling it for our soul's direction. Always here, I speak on a perspective of evolutionary astrology. So your own personal evolution and growth, and how we're growing through these energies, and what we may be feeling as we're moving through this. And as always, trust your own intuition. But I feel it's asking us to really move out of complacency. And when we're complacent, I feel that sometimes we don't even realize we are, because it's like we're comfortable in doing things in a certain way, and that's normal when our way of being is conditioned in a certain way. We move through these patterns, and we loop through them, oftentimes even unconsciously. But what it does, it creates this disease. Yeah, this, like, you're not feeling at ease within many aspects of your life. And if we looked at the chart right now, depending on your personal birth chart, you would see those areas being really highlighted right now, where the planets are moving along. And these areas of your life are probably the areas that are asking you to move into something more true to you. So what I'm feeling like right now, we're moving through this week, the last quarter moon, so the waning moon in Virgo. And the waning moon is always a time that it's a point where we need to sort things out. We need to sort out what is working and what is no longer working for us at a personal level. We're really being asked to look here at what is it that no longer resonates. Even if the mind feels maybe some guilt around it, or some uncertainty, we really need to drop into our hearts and our souls this week, because again, that foundation, maybe there's something we've been working on, or goals that we had, or just aspirations, or things that are kind of falling away, but we're not sure why, because we've been so in my camera, sorry, that's the real life here. Actually, it's so windy outside and the waves are huge. I might set up my camera differently for next videos so that you can actually see the view I have here of the beautiful Bay of Chaleur in northern New Brunswick, Canada. So yes, the waves of energy this week. So they're really pointing to endings, especially with Jupiter moving through the last degrees of Pisces here this week, and turning and going to be entering Aries on December 20th, right before the solstice. Then we have the solstice energies as well, tapping into all this well, we're coming into winter, right? We're coming into a more restful place, and we have Mars still moving retrograde through the sign of Gemini, where we're asked, like, and I've been saying since the beginning, this energy of Mars is safe. It's safe to move slower. Mars wants to go ahead. It wants to take action. And where Mars has been asked to slow down and rest and breathe, because what we're doing here is we're breaking old patterns. We're breaking old patterns of dependency. That is with the nodes here. We're breaking old patterns of where we've been attached, that is, and where that is no longer good for us. Attachments are normal. That's why we have Scorpio. In Scorpio, we attach, we merge, but it is now we got to look at, well, what have we been merged with, for so long? And is it still relevant? Is it still true for us? Is it still in our best interest, whatever we've been merging in? And what I'm feeling a lot too this week is our sense of meaning is being highlighted, especially since that full moon in Gemini. Anyways, how are you guys feeling since then? It was a pretty intense full moon. For me, it was very emotional. I had like this big, ugly cry last week around the full moon. And maybe I mentioned that on the other video. I don't know, but let me know in the comments below how you've been feeling. But yeah, we are definitely in a time of readjustment, especially with Virgo. Virgo wants us to, and the reason why I say Virgo is because the last quarter square is on Friday, and we usually feel that energy quite intensely. So yeah, it's just whatever has come to light for you at the full moon, whatever has been highlighted for you, we are in that adjustment period. Okay, like it's like sorting. Is this good for me? Is this not good for me? And I feel that, like, Venus is moving through Capricorn, and what did I write here? Venus will be in Capricorn, so since December 9th, and she'll be there till January 2nd. And I feel that here what we value is being looked at seriously. It's like we're going to have a more serious look at our relationships, how we nurture ourselves, how we nurture others, and how we exchange energy. And this can be with people, places, and things. But in Capricorn, it's usually around the structures we have built. So whatever that is, it can be in relationship with others. What structures have you built that you need to readjust or realign? Like it's a lot about alignment here, alignment with your soul, with what is true. Because right now what I'm feeling too is we are getting bursts of energy that are coming from the sun, and the sun's alignment with the galactic center. And I feel there's a lot of clarity coming through that's breaking up the confusion we've been in for a couple weeks now, and it's going to be highlighting these truths. So I feel that you may be receiving some downloads this week too of what is truer to you now, and that is going to help you move away from this kind of rigid way of being, or it's most likely unconscious that you've not even realized maybe that you don't want to budge on a certain situation, or because maybe you're not even sure. And most of us don't want to step out of our comfort zones because it's not yet clear what is ahead of us. But that's the point. And that, I feel, is what this whole evolution, the whole ascension we're moving through, the whole process we've been moving through. I know a lot of you, we've been discussing this. It's been intense. We've been going through a lot. It seems that a lot of people are going through a lot of things, and we're like moving on the edge of life, because things are not necessarily what we expected it to be, or where we expected to be, or what our life was, what we had expectations for our lives. So at this point, I feel everything that's happening, everything that we're moving through has purpose, and the purpose is to get us to that other way of being that is more truer to ourselves. And it just right now seems that maybe a lot of things are going on where it's getting us out of that complacency, that rigid thinking, or that rigid way of being. And we also have Mercury moving through Capricorn here this week, and until actually February 11th. So Mercury is spending a lot of time in Capricorn, and it's going to have its retrograde in Capricorn. So that really tells us here that there is something. And plus, like Mercury in Capricorn is still the ruler of rules that Mars retrograde in Gemini, because Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. So this is like an more emphasis on the fact that right now we're still reviewing, we're still in that period of reviewing and assessing, and it could be a lot of mental activity because our mental structure has shifted, and it's integrating more of our personal truth that we're discovering, through the sun moving in Sagittarius. And next week, the sun will move into Capricorn, and we're going to have a whole other energy shift where something is going to be kind of more rooted in, more crystallized, more grounded in. And I feel that here is a time where there might be a lot on our plates, like a lot on our to-do list, things to really get to get us moving out of that feeling of that comfort zone. But the actions we're taking, I'm feeling them more grounded in that process that I've been discussing from the beginning of this video around sorting out where we need to, what works for us and what doesn't work for us. And you're really asked to take the time you need to do this process. And actually, side note, personal note, this channel, everything we've been building up to date is also undergoing this review process. As times are changing, everything is changing. We are in the biggest shift, in the biggest shift in consciousness, and the way we're going to be asked to show up individually will be all different. And if you have gifts that are coming online lately, maybe you're sensing those things. I am definitely sensing different things. And I think that we need some time to adjust. And these retrograde periods are actually giving us that time to reassess, readjust, recommit. And that's what I'm feeling with the Capricorn energy as we move through December. It's a time to recommit. It's like, where do you want to be putting your energy that is truer to what it is now? And Capricorn is a very serious, it's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn's in Aquarius and getting ready to move into Pisces, where I feel that we are going to be, I know I'm going a little in the future here, but still it's good for you to know that we're getting ready to take responsibilities for our dreams and our meaning in life. And I feel that Saturn in Aquarius will be very helpful for many of us that we've been looking for meaning in our lives, and we want to live more in alignment with our soul self and what is true to us. But sometimes we just don't know how to make that happen. And Saturn, that Capricorn energy, is going to start right away as of this week, as we're letting go. Next week, we enter the solstice, we enter Capricorn. It's a cardinal energy. So it's new beginnings, a new direction we're heading to next week. So we'll talk about that next week, but just know that I don't know what this means for this channel and the membership we've been building, because we're just looking at ways that are more in alignment and true for us now, what is very, very true. And like the year of 2023 will be about your authentic energy signature and how you are being called to step more into it and navigate your life from there. Because as we know right now, with everything we've been experiencing and expected, we can't expect, like, it's like we just have to surrender to the process in a way. And what we can do while we surrender to the process is this week, allow yourself to feel unsettled, allow yourself to feel unsure, and just open up to the downloads you are going to be receiving this week. And give yourself time to I don't know, it's like dose of reality checks as well here that I'm sensing. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to go do a energetic intuitive reading, which I like to call an astro oracle reading. for our members right now. And if you'd like to have more information on that, and how to join for that reading, you can open the description box below and all the information will be there. But yeah, there's just lots going on. Oh yeah, and before I leave, maybe I'll start with I'm going to pull a card for you guys here from the Prism Oracle. It's very colorful. Let's just go see what the energy is for you guys this week. And oh yeah, flow just popped out, and at the bottom of the deck, comfort. See, we're asked to flow in a different way. A different comfort zone is coming online because you've changed so much. Okay, and our comforts are really being tested this week. How are you going to settle in the discomfort is basically what I'm feeling. How are you going to flow with the discomfort and allow yourself to feel here? And I know for a lot of us, we've been there's just been so much truth coming to light and you can't deny it. Like, have a look at, your relationships. Are they still true for you? Are you feeling nurtured? Are you getting what you need? And are they flowing? Are your relationships flowing? Is what you do in the world still working for you? Is the way you give your energy out to the world, so meaning what you do for work, what you do for an exchange of abundance, like money for what you're doing for work, is it still valuable for you? Is it still in alignment? Those are all things we're going to be looking at as we sort out really what works for us and what doesn't this week. So enjoy the energy. Know that you're not alone in the discomfort. We're all being asked to look at our rigid patterns and try to open up. And the only thing we can really do, I feel, if you're feeling still like, I don't know what to do in this energy, be okay with you don't know what to do in this energy and you don't know what things are going to look like necessarily. But I guarantee come January, there's going to be a lot of energy shifts. And I'm really feeling from January to March is where all the loose ends are going to be tied up, and then that new energy is going to anchor in more in the astrological new year come March. But yeah, I don't know. I feel that right now, especially with that Jupiter moving into Aries soon. And then there's also Chiron in Aries, a big healings, big cleansing. Yeah, cleansing and coming into a new type of comfort and realizing that everything changes all the time. And like our personal evolution is asking us to shift and change. So anyway, we're all doing this together. Thanks for being there. I wish you a fabulous week, and we'll give you more updates on actually what we're doing here and how we can help you more on a personal level. And just a reminder, I give some birth chart readings. I'm going to come up with something that is unique and individual to really help you with your own growth process so that you can find your soul's direction and really align with that, especially for 2023, as we're really being called, we're really being brought online. And Jess offers some beautiful intuitive readings for you as well. So we'll just keep you in the know. And for now, we'll wish you a good week and lots of love and flow to you.